You see something, that's really neat, I like that idea, but it isn't really you. So my goal for you is to take ownership of everything in your house. Like I said when we started, what inspires you in your home? Everything in your house should either have a memory or inspire you. That's it. Otherwise, you have to go, what's the ownership here? Was this somebody else's good idea? You know, is it really a reflection of me? And how? And so then you know what you need to get rid of, which is our next section, getting rid of stuff. I really say that out loud, getting rid of stuff. It's painful. So my advice is to drink heavily before you start this. And don't say I told you that. Yeah. You have to write stuff on it to get rid of it. Yeah. Okay, so the thing is, clutter isn't really pretty, and clutter is distracting. It holds you back. It really does hold you back. And it confuses your overall vision. It confuses your overall feeling. So here's some ideas, okay? I have a policy that I call store and rotate. So you don't really have to get rid of things for good. What you could do is I can go, you know what? This basket isn't in use. What I'm going to do is I'm going to store this basket over the winter. I don't need this picture. That's nice in the background. This, we'll keep that, but we'll move this vase. I don't need 8,000 vases on one table. Move this over. This is all chipped up. And I'll try to put this plate on here without knocking it over. And maybe move this back. I don't want to store the plant. But maybe I don't really want this after all. And oh, there's some space there. And this is upside down, so this could absolutely go. And then what I might do is in a couple months, I store that all in a box and I write on it, stuff in my entryway. And then in 2 months, I go, you know what? I want to change out my stuff. And it feels like I have a whole new house. I go, I open up that box and I rotate my stuff out, except for the plant, because the plant will die in the box, so don't do that. But you can store and rotate, so you don't have to get rid of anything, but you start appreciating, because now you can look at your things. And they look so much prettier, and you can enjoy the whole overall view of everything. And especially if you have a lot of heirlooms or a lot of memories. I mean, as we grow into ourselves, we get more memories. And you can't put them all out. You can't have every picture that means something to you everywhere, or you don't see the pictures anymore. You start missing them. So storing and rotating is just a great, great idea. Tidy one area or one drawer. And again, this is a workspace philosophy too. Just tidy one thing. Just start with one thing. It gets you going, you know. My husband looks at the garage and he's like, I don't want to do the garage. And I go, just straighten out your shoes in the closet, because it'll get him going. I don't want to straighten out my shoes. Okay, your sock drawer. Go through your sock drawer and just match up the pairs, you know. I mean, whatever it is that I can get him motivated to do. I know if he does one of those things, it will trickle over, because as soon as you get into that mentality of organizing, you kind of can't stop. You go, ooh, I just cleaned out the junk drawer. What's next? You know, and you feel this sense of accomplishment and you move on to the next thing. So just pick one item you're willing to do. You're willing to do. That's the key. It doesn't have to be something that has to be done. You can go, you know, I know that closet doesn't need anything done to it. I'm just going to go in and move things around in there. And it feels tidier. So that's what I'm willing to start with, the thing that doesn't overwhelm me. Start with the space that you're willing to look at. Toss out what you don't need. Now, I asked in the last class, what's your measurement stick? And somebody said 1 year. That's my measurement stick too. I have a 1 year guideline. So I do things like in my closet, things are by season. And that's really fun with kids. So I take all of our stuff, all our winter stuff, as soon as spring hits, and it all gets stored. Okay? And whatever I think they're not going to wear, I give away. I mean, you know, grow out of, I give away. Whatever I didn't wear that winter, I give away. If I didn't wear it that winter, that means a whole year is going to go by before I open it up again. And I go, well, is this really like a classic, expensive suit, or is this something, you know, that I can just give away? So that's my measurement stick. So that forces me, just doing that seasonal rotation of stuff, forces me to streamline things. And then I have that 1 year automatic, get rid of it if I didn't wear it. You know, if I didn't use it. Is it really something I want to keep getting out of a box every year? You know, and then I do the same thing at summer. So you can do that thing. What's your measurement stick on when you no longer need something? You know, there was a gal I was working with, and we were redoing her closet, and she said, well, I have a 3 year policy because my weight fluctuates over 3 years. Okay, well, how do you know, how do you keep track of that, So she had to come up with some sort of tracking system for me to believe her that she had a 3-year policy. But whatever it is, whatever your measurement stick is, to toss it out when you know you no longer need it. Box it until you use it. And I'd love to take this idea as my own, but it's not. This is a guy that was a guest on Oprah recommended this. He said, what you need to do is go through all the crazy drawers in your house. So take that junk drawer in your house, or take the drawer that you have all those big spoons and spatulas and stuff like that in, put it all in a box and put it in your garage. And throughout the year, as you use those items, you get to put them back in the drawer. And at the end of the year, what you don't use, you probably don't need. It's a great tool. It is really a great tool because you really get a visual of what you're using and what you're not. You could do the same thing with your clothes. You could take, all your suits, put them in a little storage thing, put them in your a zip-up thing that hangs, and put it out in your garage. And as you wear them, put them back in your closet. And then go through your socks. You could do the same thing, and what's left out there, you can donate, you can get rid of. So it's a great measurement stick, and I love that. Box it until you use it. Now there's some things you'll use seasonally, cookie cutters. So you go, well, I got to wait till Christmas to see if I pull those things out, so I can't go, you have to go through the whole year and see what you use at the end of the year for those types of items, but it's a great thing. Can you see the finished work or only the clutter? And that includes your drawers. Can you see the bottom of your drawer? Do you know the color of the bottom of your drawer? How many empty drawers do you have? Yeah, and that's the other thing. See, if you leave empty spaces in your closet, you can go shopping. You got a blank space to fill up. Okay, go ahead and flip your sheet, and then expect time to rejuvenate. I think this is one of the most challenging things for women, is to give ourselves permission that we get downtime. We get to relax. We can expect to have time to rejuvenate. See, guys do that. We could really learn from men. My husband comes home, he's like, this is my time to watch the news. And I'm like, what's that thing like, my time? That's not in my dictionary. I don't get it. I feel guilty. I feel guilty about it. Men have that balance part figured out, and we could really use that skill in our life because most women are overwhelmed. Guys expect to rejuvenate. They're going to have their beer, they're going to put their feet up, they're going to eat the whole pizza and not care and not feel bad about it. Whatever it is that they need to do, play pool, go golfing. They will not miss that Sunday golf game if that's their thing that rejuvenates them. You better believe it. Sorry the wedding was on that